Hey everybody, this is Erico and I am back again on your screens. Whatever screen you may be watching this on, but you're watching me. Be sure to click your notification bell, like this video. You can dislike this video, I won't see it. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see me rant aimlessly about different topics pertaining to East Asian pop culture as well as other current events. That was a whole mouthful, but I said it, and I said it fast, and there was no mistakes either. Haha, pat on the back for me. So pat on the back too for this K-pop boy band who has been putting in the work for a while. I've watched them debut and come out and just have such an energetic concept. And it was like when they came out, they weren't rookies. And don't you love groups like that, you guys, that come out and they don't feel like they're new. They feel like they've been in the game with all of the old timers just forever. And they just burst on the scene and they're like, here I am. I've been here the whole time. And so this group came out and they were just bombastic. And this group, you may ask who it is. It's Ateez. Ateez is with a smaller company. And a lot of people thought that they would be popular only in the homeland of South Korea. But as BTS opened the door to a lane for K-pop outside of Korea, here comes these guys just on the scene working hard. And you know, they waited for their moment. BTS was thriving, they were on the throne, they're still pretty much the kings. We got like NCT, Stray Kids, 17. These are basically like the boy K-pop bands that are like big, especially like in America, and that constantly chart high on the Billboard charts. And so Ateez did it as well. And many people were like, they came from where? How did this happen? But yes, they did it. And just off of hard work too, and their fan base, just supporting them and having such loyalty for them. And so recently, just some days ago, they released their new mini album called Golden Hour Part 1. And this album came in between a big feud that's going on between two super popular stars, American singers at the moment, and just landed at number 2 on the Billboard. And this is a feat. This is a big deal, especially to me. These boys also came out with this album, and I am a type of person, I gotta really love you if I'm going to the store and actually buying a physical copy. And Ateez is one of those K-pop artists that when they drop a teaser, they release something now, I'm like, I gotta go check it out. Now, mind you, I don't like everything they come out with. I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, oh, I love everything like a lot of people know. I don't. There's some releases I don't like by them. But they're the one group that can do auto-tune well. And that it doesn't sound annoying or like somebody scratching for dear life on the chalkboard and just going, help me. No, they really do it and they do it well. But they didn't come back just with auto-tune with this album. They came back with different elements of multiple genres of music, and I was so surprised. And it flows together so well. We have reggae, we have Latin music, regular pop music, slow jam ballads. It is all here for you to enjoy. Work is the title track, and oh my goodness, it's like a part 2 to Bouncy. And the only thing when I think of Bouncy, I just think of San. And so, do you all see how San hits that main choreo in that chorus of that song? I'm like, give me life. Give me all the life I need. He hits the hell out of that beat when he goes down. That slow it down, make it bouncy part. I'm like, get it, San. I see you. I see you. I see his style. Favorite member of that whole group. I like all of them, but San like just stands out to me. And like just learning more about his talent, his layers, and like his vocal range and his rapping and how he plays such a perfect part of the group and they all blend together well. And this isn't a small group of guys. They all have their own part to play and it all goes together well. And it's not a typical K-pop idol boy band that you would see. It's very different, and it's very much just like, okay, I'm going to put all these guys together, and we're gonna make a song that's not just catering to people that just like harmonies or just like cute songs. We're gonna actually do like, we're gonna be in your face, and we're gonna be strong and powerful about it, and be unapologetic about it. And this album, yes, I had to go get a physical copy, did just that. It is so unapologetic. It is so daring. It is so just taking risk here with them coming out with just a whole reggae track. We don't get a lot of K-pop acts that do this, and if they do, it's normally like a remix of a popular song they've done, or it might be like buried down in the album, but they were so experimental with this album that I could only just sit back and just be like, ha 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 ha, because it was so good. Like, it was so good. This is probably one of their best releases that they have done in a while. And I love the fact that I knew it was going to do well because it was sold out. Like, when it released that it was coming out, like, in the coming hours, people ran out and bought that. The fans were not playing. And back to their placement on the Billboard chart, it hit number 2. And it slid right in between Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift, and it knocked Billie Eilish down to number 3. That is another thing that's big. Billie Eilish is huge. Huge fan base. People love her. Kudos to her. Her new album is great. Taylor Swift, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift. I don't think her album's all that. She had like 150 songs on there. It's just felt dry, bland, stale. I might be being mean, but I don't like how people try to convince me that she's so good and she's like the artist of the decade. I don't agree with it. You might have a different opinion. And if you love her, if you support her, that's great. I don't have anything against her. I'm not a fan of her music though. I will say that. Wonderful businesswoman. I'm glad that Ateez is like right there with her basically. They're number 2. She's still number 1. She's releasing all these different versions of her album to stay number 1. We see what it is. She's trying hard, and obviously her team and her are looking at numbers. Okay. I mean, good for you. But we have groups and artists that are talented that don't have to rely on gimmicks like that. They sell physical copies. And this is in an era where physical releases are not that popular, but when it comes to K-pop, Korean artists, they're doing it. They're making sure that we stay fed with the content and with the pictures and the concepts. Why? Because they care about their fans. Now, I will say one thing about this album, about a lot of Korean pop album, their packaging, the album packaging. I don't like the styrofoam thing that holds the CD together, because I got this and the styrofoam thing came off. The glue is not strong enough to hold that in the CD. I do wish that they would take a note from American artists and how American CDs are, just do the regular like plastic binding. That would help out a lot. It wouldn't break so easily. Now you have a CD that's moving around inside of this, and what's going to happen is it's going to get scratched up. But like other than that, immaculate, I wasn't really a big fan of the pictures that came with this version, even though I got this version because it's my favorite color. My favorite color is blue. I thought the pictures were very just kind of like, on set, pose, click, click. That's kind of what I got from it. And, they looked good, very pasty and pale, like normal. But, other than that, I feel like there was other versions of pictures from the other types of albums that came out that had better pictures. But, the content is still good. The album is still good. I love it. I'm so happy for them that just talent got them to where they are. They didn't have to go and do like a bundle where they're selling concert tickets and sweatshirts to sell albums. They didn't have to go and release a vinyl. They didn't have to go release another 50-track album to be alongside the first album they came out with. They just came out with a so many album and did well. And I wish a lot of artists would take note, because they need to. They're hardworking guys. I'm happy for them with all they have accomplished, with the whole Billboard Museum and their style being involved in that. their English improving so much. I mean, I see Zion is doing so well. Them, once again, being from a smaller company and being on par with BTS and kind of coming out of nowhere. And everybody thinking that BTS was just going to be the sole one. And no, I hope that they get invited to the Met Gala and that they actually do the theme. And, you know, this might be controversial. I kind of feel like I wish that they had been invited to the Met Gala instead of Stray Kids. Low key. I know some people will be like, you're mean. I'm not mean. Because I like Stray Kids. I like Ateez. I like 17. I like NCT. I like NCT. I support everybody, but my opinions are my opinions. And that's honestly how I kind of feel. This was great. This was a fun experience. I'm happy that I'm here on Earth to experience it. I'm happy that all of the fans got to experience it. And this is another great comeback, and there's many more to come. I'm sure that there is. So put below your favorite song from Golden Hour Part 1. I like pretty much the whole album except for like one song. That like kind of dance song where it's not a lot going on in the chorus. I don't like songs like that at all. Follow me on social media, mostly my Instagram. Also a blog, Research and Pop Culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real. And I will always, always be back. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.